Welcome to another episode of Framework for the Family. I'm Bomani Tai Himba. I'm here with my co-host Zeke Adams.
What's up?
Hey Zeke, how you doing?
Good, bro. How you doing?
We're doing great, and we're back with another episode of Framework for the Family. Yeah. And we want you to subscribe to our podcast.
Yeah.
We want you to hit that like button, and we want you to leave us some comments. We really appreciate the comments and all the feedback that we're getting. And we're going to have a topic today. What is the topic, Zeke?
We're talking about health.
Health.
Just as in being healthy.
Yes.
What does that look like when it comes to, I think, everything. Just being healthy with your body, maintaining a healthy mind. Healthy spirit.
Okay.
You know,
healthy lifestyle.
A healthy lifestyle.
In fact, we had a title for it. I know you didn't really like my title, but
what was it?
A healthy family. Is a healthy family?
You said a healthy family is a healthy family.
And now, he was like, what are you talking about?
I looked at you weird and like I normally do. And
yes.
Said, what is he talking about?
And this was my answer. Healthy on a spiritual, mental level. Healthy family is a healthy physical family.
Yeah.
So we're tying the two together that physical healthiness could positively or will positively impact your mental, spiritual, and emotional health. So a healthy family is a healthy family.
Okay. Now I get it.
Now you get it.
Yeah. I'm not looking at your side eye anymore.
Yes.
I understand it now.
You understand it now.
Understanding its power.
I understand its power. Yeah. And I made a joke. I can make a joke about myself. You know, I used to run, jog, power walk daily, a minimum of 3 to 6 miles a day. Mm-hmm. I was on this healthy kick. And since I stopped because I had plantar fasciitis. You know, that's when you have a little problem in your heel. So, and while I was running and jogging and doing my power walking and what have you, I even entered into it's called the pig race. I forget what it's called.
Flying pig.
The flying pig race. I didn't do the marathons, but I did like a 5K. Mm-hmm. I did is it the 6K? 6 or 10K. I did a 5K. Wow. I did a 10K.
Okay.
And I was feeling good.
Healthy.
I was healthy.
Energetic.
Slept good at night.
Slept good.
Yeah, my mental stability was good. And then with the plantar fasciitis, my feet were hurting and I just couldn't walk.
It swelled up like two Suzy cubes.
I could barely walk. I'm going to tell you, when it first happened to me, I'm at church. Okay. Uh-huh. And it got so bad that I had to actually go around the church. I couldn't even walk. I had to pull one of our wheelchairs out and actually go around.
Wow.
You remember that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then I laid off, and so because of the pain, I couldn't get my 3 miles in and my 6 miles in and my daily walks, and then I stopped, and this went on for about a year. Uh-huh. And then, it cleared up a little. It actually, my feet, all of a sudden, it must have been, it's a miracle.
Yeah.
Didn't have the plantar fasciitis
gone.
anymore. It's gone. I even got specialized shoes and everything. But after that so long of being off, I never got the motivation to be back.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm pregnant. I have about 9 months. I got 6 months of pregnancy right here.
I'm not that far behind, bro.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, too.
Yes.
But, in the wintertime, my job is physical in the summer.
Right.
Okay. I'm always moving, lawnmower, active, always active, on the go. But in the wintertime, we're waiting for like snow removal. So I'm dealing with other things, cars and whatnot. And the holidays come around. And you're sitting there, watching TV with the kids, eating stuff, popcorn, stuff you're not supposed to be eating. Okay. And then the turkey and the yam.
The yams.
The coma food.
You
go into a coma.
Right. And the dressing.
And
the cranberries.
I don't bounce back from that. I kind of stay. I try not to be so heavy in that, but
macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese, them yams. Ooh, greens, collard greens. But when you, get into that, it's no excuse.
Right.
Okay. When you're healthy enough to be active, mind over matter.
Right.
You know, I have a thing in the gym, in my gym area that says be stronger than your excuses.
Be stronger than your excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
I've
look
been
at
making
that.
some excuses.
Yeah,
since I laid off, I'm like, man, I can't get up. I used to get up before the crack of dawn.
Yeah.
I mean, it was dark outside, and I get out there. You know, you start walking, and as soon as you get into the rhythm, you just get into the rhythm, and you walk and you jog and you power walk and what have you. I had my little pass where I knew when my 3 miles was up or my 6 miles was up, and I just felt better. I slept better.
You know what?
Yeah.
I mean, the more you exercise, the more your body gets the exercise, the oxygen, the energy. Your body levels out to a point. You're right. Your sleep is better.
Right. Mental clarity.
Your mental clarity is better.
Problem solving while you're walking, your brain begins to, you talk to yourself and what have you, and it seems like you can zero in on if there's some issues that you're dealing with in your life. Just being out there in the atmosphere, in the morning and what have you, that your brain begins to, hey, I can do this. I was solving problems. Because
even pain.
Yes.
You know, I man, when over the winter, I developed this back pain, and I just started back walking. I say probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'll try to get at least. My goal is to get at least 6 miles a week.
Okay.
On this little path I go, I know if I go around twice, it's 1.5 miles. So I try to get it as many times, or 4 times, 5 times. My back pain that I was having during the winter, it developed. And I forgot all about it. Wow. I went to move, and I'm like, I don't even feel it anymore.
You don't feel the pain anymore. Your body was healing itself.
Yeah, I don't know when it comes to, physical and being active. It actually, you're moving joints, your body, you're getting oxygen in your blood.
Blood is flowing.
It's flowing, your heartbeat. And does that help clear things like back pain, sorenesses, even arthritis? I don't know.
Okay.
But if there are any doctors out there, feel free, to chime in. Yeah. But it went away, and
well, you're talking from experience. We're not giving health advice.
Yeah, we're not.
We're talking about our own experiences and how our body responded to our healthy lifestyle. So, were you eating better too?
Yes.
Okay.
I've gotten off of bread.
Okay.
I did that about 4 years ago.
So you don't eat bread?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I don't eat bread. I'm pretty sure other stuff might have the bread stuff in it. Like I do eat like mashed potatoes and stuff like that.
Yes.
But I do not eat bread. I just got off of it.
Okay. Altogether. Right.
What I'm trying to do now is cut back on sugar. I have a high sugar intake.
Yeah, you like desserts.
I love
every
desserts.
time we go to lunch, you gotta be a dessert. Do you have a cookie? What do you have Yeah, you're always liking the desserts.
Yeah, I might get a cookie later on after this podcast because I haven't had anything. Yeah.
Well, sugar is practically in everything that we eat,
And I found out so much that sugar, how much damage does sugar cause? Sugar is responsible for Alzheimer's. Sugar is responsible for cataracts. Sugar is responsible for arthritis. Sugar is responsible for
weight gain.
Weight gain. Sugar is responsible for vision.
Okay.
Vision loss. Cavities.
Yes.
Sugar is responsible for everything. Let me tell you this. We had a fast a year ago at Corinthian Baptist.
Okay. The 21 days.
The 21-day fast.
Yes.
And I chose sugar.
Okay.
I did not know what I was getting myself into.
Okay.
Because 21 days without sugar, I should have talked to someone about it, but my goal was
no sugar.
Regardless, no sugar. I got all the Welch's drinks, poured them out.
Oh man, you poured them out?
Cleared the refrigerator.
You should have called me. I like Welch's.
the high end Welch's, the mango.
Oh
yeah,
man,
the mango passion fruit.
Oh wow.
You know, you just
you poured them out.
Poured it all out.
Got rid of it. And you were reading labels too?
Reading labels.
Yes.
I did everything. Within 3 days, I was having withdrawals.
Wow.
3 days.
It's a drug.
I went to a gas station. Okay? And I went inside that gas station, and these Reese cups and Twix things lit up like I've never seen them light up before.
They probably was talking to you.
If they had little mouths, they would have been like, Zeke, come pick us up.
So you were really drawn to them.
I was really like, whoa, what is going on here? And I wanted something sweet so bad. Like it was, I'm like, this is a drug.
Yeah.
And when I got past the 5th day, it subsided.
Okay.
But every time I would walk into a Kroger or anything that,
and they put them right there at the checkout counter.
You see all the sweets. You read the ingredients: sugar, stuff that don't even supposed to have sugar in it.
Right.
They had a can with corn in it.
It got sugar
in it.
Sugar. Right.
They had some beans. Sugar. Sugar.
The sugar had sugar in it.
Yeah. And and if it wasn't really cane sugar, it was a substance. Fructose.
High fructose.
Yeah.
I used to love cranapple juice. Just the words, cranapple juice. I used to love that. Ocean Spray.
Oh yeah.
Ocean Spray.
That's good.
And used to go to Walmart. They have them on sale for $1.59. It was like, I think you get this, nice little size jug. They have a sale on $1.59 or buy 2 get 1 free or something like that. And I would load them up and put them in my refrigerator. Man, in a day I could drink one. I think it was like a half gallon or something.
Yeah,
I drink the whole thing.
It's so good.
It's so good. It had the taste. So I'm thinking it's cranberry juice. Then I started reading the label. High fructose corn syrup.
Corn syrup.
Man. And then and I had to lay off of them because I was drinking them like water.
Yeah.
Drinking them like water. So yeah, those sugars, it is like a drug. And what you described is like you withdrawing off of a drug.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like 5 days later, it subsided.
Yeah.
Because your body was getting rid of that sugar.
But looking for a healthier lifestyle was hard.
Yeah.
And getting back on with me, me personally, I like being healthy. My goal is not to be overweight.
Right.
If I feel like I'm getting overweight, my mind like, hey, let's do something. Let's get out here and walk. Let's do something with ourselves. Let's do something to get this weight off. And with me, I do feel that it makes me feel better. I know what it feels like.
Yeah.
To feel better.
To feel better, right.
And I know what it feels like when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And now I can't sleep at night. I'm pudgy.
Yeah.
Not cranky, but it's just your body aching. You're kind of tired all the time. You walk around like you be doing, falling asleep, everywhere.
Yeah.
But Monty, wake up.
Wake up, Monty. Yeah.
So
I'm about to go to sleep right now. Man.
Yeah, I can tell. There is a healthier lifestyle that I think that for this episode of Framework for the Family, being healthy is the key to not only a personal success.
Yes, right.
But being healthy is a key to your spouse.
Yes.
We were talking about this earlier that in dating, and I don't know if I should be saying, but I'm just gonna say.
Go ahead and say it.
In dating,
here it comes.
In dating, I want someone who can ride a bike.
Okay.
I want someone who can jog with me.
Okay.
I want someone who can walk with me.
Okay.
You know, you're dating people who is very overweight. They're not focused on their bodies. They're not focused on their. They might have a great personality, and just a nice person, well rounded. But I want someone that is able to right off the bat, be able to exercise, do activities with me.
Activities, right?
Whether they got kids, my kids.
So you're an outside type of guy.
I'm an outside type of guy.
Okay.
Active.
Okay.
I might fall off, but I get right back up on it, and stay that way. And I want someone who's similar to that. So, there is a lot of things that when you're not taking good care of your body, and when you do get to a point where you're kind of on the heavy side, or you're just not focused, or mentally not wanting to do. There's people who are just like, I don't like walking.
Yeah.
I don't like the feel of lifting weights. I don't like the feel of doing exercise. I'm not a doctor, but I would say that to me that will weigh on my mental.
Yes.
Okay. Not being able to walk up a mountain or hiking, that will weigh on my mental.
Right.
Being able to get out there and see what God has given us, and see the outdoors, the trees, the nature, and things. I love that.
Right.
Hiking, camping, and if I can't enjoy myself with my significant other,
yes,
that makes me feel like it'll make me feel different about not about the.
So a healthy family is a healthy family.
Yeah.
A healthy relationship is a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
So,
a healthy person
okay
gives a healthy family.
Okay.
A healthy person inspires a healthy relationship. Okay. And taking care of yourself and physically. Now, again, let's talk about the mental.
Yes.
Being healthy mentally.
Emotionally too.
I think that's all together.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I think a person who is mentally healthy seeks out for that lifestyle of being mentally healthy. Whether it's talking to a pastor, or whether it's talking to someone or reading something to understand the things and goals that you want in life, choosing someone, a spouse that has the same goals, being driven. Some people are not driven. Okay, I'm driven. I was built to be driven. My mom is driven. That means that you're not. I'm not chasing for fame and fortune. I'm chasing for just to have a healthy lifestyle. Okay.
All right.
That means
there are benefits.
There are benefits. Working on
it.
myself. Being able to have a discussion. You might need to change your diet a little bit. Okay, let me do this. Well, you know what? Your attitude was a little this, like this. Maybe you change that a little bit. Oh, well, let me. Maybe she's right. Let me look on that. Being driven to be a better person. Or be a better person that God wants me to be. Not always walking around. I'm mad at the world.
Mad at the world.
Or anybody that has a different opinion. I'm
short-tempered.
Short-tempered and bullheaded. I think those things, and anger. I think anger, being angry all the time, or having a high defense, I think it hurts the body.
Oh yeah, stress for sure.
Stress, being highly stressed, I think it really does a lot of damage to the body. Being able to focus on not having a stressful day, being able to focus on leaving the little stuff alone, even in the marriage. I wouldn't call it little, but I would be like, hey, being able to table things, to come back if they're getting heated. I think we talked about that in the past. But having a healthy mental life, working on your mental,
Mm-hmm.
working on being more positive, having more of a positive energy in the world, period. People see you as different. A lot of people's like, man, I remember, when you were like so angry and all this, it was my position in my relationship, and not having the tools to be able to have a better position. I sunk into that position. I thank God that He showed me a lot of things that I needed to do personally to have a better lifestyle,
Right.
a better outlook on not only myself but dealing with other people. Having a healthy. There's sometimes. Now, even though he's my co-host, he's also my boss in other business endeavors.
Yeah.
And sometimes, just to be honest, we get into these conversations in business. We might not see eye to eye. Sometimes when I get to a point in life, and not only with you, but other people who are bosses in the lawn care company, you might not see eye to eye.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that the day is ruined. Doesn't mean that it's winner takes all. It doesn't mean that it's an extreme situation that causes difficult situations down the road.
Doesn't mean there's going to be a breakup as a result of that instance.
Yeah.
Right.
And the reason why it's not a breakup is just because of having a positive outlook on understanding that we might not have the same decisions. We might not have the same beliefs. We might not have this. We're two different people. And God has given us that the different personalities, not for us to be combative,
right,
but for us to work together, even though we might have different opinions on things.
Right.
And I look at it as understanding myself to look at, what, we'll come back to that.
Right.
And we'll come back to it at a better time. I can have a discussion with you, and it could be a debate.
Yeah.
It could be a heated debate.
It could be heated. Yeah.
At the exact same time, when we get done, we're going out to grab some to eat. Because it's behind us.
Yeah, you keep putting the pounds on me.
Yeah.
So we're talking about what was our title again? A healthy family is a healthy family. And I started, even when I started walking, and my goal was to be active at least 30 minutes a day. And there are some studies out there that say if you at least active 30 minutes a day, it can be just walking, okay? It can be jogging. But if you want to get a healthy lifestyle, physically, so that you can have a healthy lifestyle, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, try doing 30 minutes a day.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I started walking. Actually, I started walking and exercising as a result of my diagnosis with prostate cancer. I changed my diet. I went vegetarian just like that. And then I said, well, let me get out here. Let me, I'm eating better. Let me also get out here and do some exercise stuff. So I would walk. I used to go a mile. I would go up one way, go up, and come back. I had my little path. I'd walk half a mile, come back. By the time I got back home, it was a mile. Then I got the encouragement to walk more, but I just kept going up and back. And then one day I'm walking, and I see a person across the street. They're sort of like jogging, and I noticed that they went left, where I used to just go up and come back, and they actually went right. And the path that they were taking was further away from my house. And it's like the light went on. That's how I can get more time in.
Yeah.
That's how I can get more miles in. And then one day, I even got up. It was in the evening, and I said, well, I'm gonna. I don't think I did my mile in the morning, but then I'm walking. I said, what? I'm gonna turn right instead of just go straight. I'm gonna turn right, and then I'm going further away from my starting point, and then I'm And I ended up walking 4 miles just making that little adjustment. And as you go, you know, the thing about walking or jogging is my mindset. I'm going to put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
And the more and more I was putting one foot in front of the other, and also walking further away from my starting point. That's how I got to increase my distance and what have you. And then you get sort of addicted to it. Yeah. You get used to it.
Oh yeah.
So you get up in the morning. I get up and I would take my little path, my little 4-mile path. You know, at one point in time, my 4-mile path, with my mindset of walking away from my destination, I started doing half marathons and didn't even know it.
Wow.
I'm just walking and walking and walking. And next thing I know, I've done about 13 and a half miles, 13.6 miles, and found out that that's half of a marathon. And that was just a thought in my mind. You know what? I'm just going to see how much further I can go. And I felt better, slept better, had more of a positive attitude, wasn't as grumpy. And so that healthy
I was going to ask you that question. I was going to ask you the question is that how did that affect, you know, your marriage, your job, the things that you're doing on a day to day? Was it more of a positive outlook by the end of the day? Did you have more accomplishments, like getting your goals done at the end of the day? Was it more, or was it better of getting your goals done? Productivity? Did it change all that?
Sure. Well, let me address that. I wasn't married at the time. I was still divorced. You know, this is some years. I mean, I've been divorced for a while. But nevertheless, I said one of the motivations to even get out there and exercise and walk was as a result of me being diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Right.
And I noticed when I got up, I would start walking. The things that were bothering me, you know, as you're walking, you're releasing. I start talking to myself, and actually the issues that I was dealing with the prostate cancer, you know, I started walking, and then I noticed I had my phone out, and I'm thinking of these different topics, these different things that I was going through, and I'd walk, text myself. I'm writing a text to myself, and by the time that I finished my 4 miles, I had like 18 different points. And actually, there were 18 points of this book that I've yet to write. But they were chapters of a book. So what it did for me was it gave me mental clarity. I began to release things that were stressing me.
Toxic stuff.
I saw a pathway out, you know, where it was like, how could I have prostate cancer? And you know, I was like down, you know, feeling real down about this situation. Yeah. The clarity that I got from texting, you know, starting this text to myself, and the different topics and different issues that were dealing with me, they turned out to be, well, they will at some point in time turn out to be a book.
But it was healing.
It was healing.
It's self-healing. It was self-motivation.
Exactly.
A lot of that was coming into place when you were actually out here exercising. So,
so a healthy lifestyle, a healthy family is a healthy family.
True that.
And so I would say this, you know, we've been talking generally. I would say this, if you're not getting out doing anything actively, you know, my wife now, she gets up and she does, well, she goes on YouTube. There's always these things.
Oh, yeah. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's helpful on YouTube.
So she's getting up, and now that I'm trying to get rid of this 7 months of pregnancy, it's motivating me to get up. So I'm going to get up and walk like I was, because I no longer have this excuse about plantar fasciitis. I can get back out there and walk because I noticed the difference in my mental attitude, my outlook on life, clarity of mind, issues that are going on in my life. You release it while you're walking and talking. And it's also time to talk with God. God's talking to you. He wants you to have a clear mind instead of worrying about stuff. I found out when I exercised and walked, God would also talk. So if you want to have a healthy lifestyle, have a healthy lifestyle. If you want to be a healthy family, be a healthy family. In other words, get out there and do something.
Even with the kids.
Even with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You bikes.
Yeah.
Ride the bike with your
Show
kids. That's time to be together with the family. And a stronger family is a family that does activities together.
Mm-hmm.
Pray together, stay together, ride together, exercise together. Get out there so that a healthy family can be a healthy family. I'm Bomani Tyehimba. I hope we've given you some information that you can apply to your situation. Here with my co-host, Zeke Adams, and we are Framework for the Family. We'll see you the next time. But before we see you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave some comments. See you next time.
See you guys.